Hi, so finally, I am currently on my 33 days journey to be fully consecrated to Our Lady, and trust me, it has been an exciting and wholesome experience. I mean, I never thought I would ever feel this so much joy, and I'm learning so much. And it's like when you're like in nursery school, and then they're teaching you ABCD, and then you're like, oh, I'm learning this, I'm learning this, I'm learning this. I'm like, oh wow, this it makes sense now, it makes sense now, it makes sense now. So yes, this is my third attempt. Okay, let's say my second attempt of going through like the consecration journey. I remember when I was like much younger, I was a legionary, and part of the reason why I left then was that it just didn't make sense to me that at some point in my life I will be doing a total consecration to Our Lady. It didn't make sense. I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. What if I'm not going to do whatever I want to do, like I won't be sure anymore. And fast forward years later, I tried my first attempt and sin drove me away, and I said no, okay, I'm going to come back to this. And this year I already like put a date. I was going to do it April, I think April 10th or something. And this is like I think we're in April 8th already, and I started my consecration journey far back since March 23rd, and trust me, it has been a whole learning experience. It has been a whole divine experience, if I can put it like that way. And yes, it has not been easy, but the journey has been worth it, and I'm still on that journey. Part of the things I'm learning, of course, I already know that Our Lady is an impeccable human. She's a wonderful woman, a woman of great humility. Like nobody's like her, and yeah, she's so beautiful, of course. And then, more than anything, I'm understanding how much Christ loved her. I mean, like, Christ literally came on earth and spent 33 years on earth. And in those 33 years, he spent 30 years just being a son to her, loving her, and caring for her. And it shows so much how Christ wants us to embrace Our Lady. I mean, like, is his mother, and he gave her to us. He came through her, and he wants us to come through her to him for our salvation. And it's it goes on. I mean, I'm saying that when Christ started his ministry on earth, the first miracle he ever performed was because Our Lady asked. She just asked, and somehow she just trusted that her son would do it. She didn't even like bored. She trusted that her son was going to do it, and throughout, even while he was dying on the cross, he, even in that great pain that he was going through, he mustered enough strength to tell Saint John the Beloved that, oh, that this is my mother. I want you to take care of her. Like that was the moment when he handed her over to us through John the Beloved. And that particular act showed me so much that, I mean, Christ spent his lifetime with his mom on earth and still gave him to someone he cared so much about to take care of her. And he wants us to do the same. Like it's very simple. It's not that hard to understand. He wants us to give up our entire self. He wants us to embrace her and see her as our own mother too, and have this great devotion to her, because loving Our Lady is same as loving Jesus. She's the best person that knows her son. And yes, I feel like I can go on and on and on about, but this journey, I think I'm still learning a whole lot on how to stay devoted to Our Lady, how to say your rosary as you should, and all of those things. And if you're seeing this video, it's more of like telling you that if you're in that journey too, I mean, you could consider consecrating. You should consider consecrating yourself entirely to Our Lady. I mean, if sin and worldly things can enslave us, why can't we allow ourselves to be a slave to our mother, knowing that through her we can love her son as we should. Through her we can we can be close to our son as we should. So this is, I mean, I've never been so consistent with anything in my life apart from my work and my education, of course. But this is like me telling you to please put me in your prayers. I mean, I'm already like in day 16, and I'm like, oh, okay. And I want you to pray for me that I'm able to complete this journey together with all of those all over the world that are like going through, doing their consecration, and trying to discern, get God discernment on what He wants from them. Just pray for us, and I'll also be praying for you. And yes, see you, Rosary. See you in my next video. Bye bye.